When Angel Reese get a lot of rebounds, the Chicago Sky always lose. These stats don't lie. Angel Reese is one of the top rebounders the WNBA has ever seen. But her skill doesn't necessarily translate to winning for the Chicago Sky. We can take this from both a small and larger sample size setup. First, on Sunday, Reese had 19 rebounds and the Sky lost. That also made Chicago 0-10 in their last 10 games when Reese gets 15 or more rebounds, according to StatMuse. That's not exactly the kind of record you'd want when one of your stars performs her best skill exceptionally well. It actually might make sense, though. Reese is a prolific offensive rebounder, and in games when she's getting lots of them, it means the offense isn't exactly scoring a bunch. And considering Reese isn't the perfect finisher, she doesn't always put the O boards back up and in. Rebounding skill on the defensive end is a different story. Reese's rebounds in possessions for the other team, but it still clearly hasn't been enough for wins. This will be something that just has to be observed going forward. Because if this trend continues for a while longer, it's a bad sign for the Sky and Reese. Chicago Sky HC sends clear locker room message as he makes bold claim around Angel Reese and company. Just 13 games into the 2025 season, the Chicago Sky have plummeted toward the bottom of the WNBA standings, something no one expected after their promising off-season moves. But the worst part? The team racked up back-to-back losses in less than 24 hours. Tough to digest, right? Now, following their latest loss to the Atlanta Dream, the Sky sit at 3-10, desperately searching for answers. So, what would you expect from head coach Tyler Marsh? A detailed explanation of where things went wrong, right? Surprisingly, despite the 93-80 defeat to Atlanta, Marsh chose to applaud his team. In the post-game press conference, he downplayed the loss and highlighted the team's progress instead. Tonight was the most complete game we've played all year, including our 2 wins against Dallas and the win against Connecticut, he said. And honestly, he had a point. It was the most complete performance the Sky have delivered this season. For the first time all year, Chicago committed single-digit turnovers, just 9, a major milestone for a team averaging a league-worst 18 turnovers per game. Sure, Atlanta also finished with 9, but for the Sky, it marked a much-needed breakthrough. Just ask Ariel Atkins, who seemed the happiest about an offense that actually flowed. "God, that'd feel good, I'm not gonna lie," Ariel Atkins said post-game. Just to not have the ball in the other team's hands for half the game. So, yes, Marsh was perhaps right in commending the team, who had at least corrected half of their recurring mistakes in this game. Well, the improvement didn't stop there, as Chicago showed signs of offensive rhythm, with 4 players scoring in double digits, led by Atkins herself, who had a season-high 29 points. Elizabeth Williams added 16 points, while Angel Reese and Rachel Banham chipped in 10 each. And Williams, who had urged the team to learn from their mistakes after the last loss, had words of optimism this time. The mindset from the jump was an increased level of focus, Elizabeth Williams said. "We did a lot of things right." Yes, the focus was there, which resulted in a balanced attack that almost paid off until the fourth quarter. And that is when the other half of their relentless weakness came to mock them. The Sky held a lead heading into the final frame, but couldn't close it out, collapsing after giving up a barrage of 3-pointers. The Dream guards hit 6 threes in the fourth alone, and Chicago had no answer. Thankfully, Marsh did not sugarcoat that. "We need to protect the 3-point line better. That continues to be our Achilles heel," he admitted. And he's right. The Sky not only rank 11th in 3-point shooting at 30.3%, but they've also struggled defensively on the perimeter. That's how Chicago added yet another loss to their record, as the Dream went on a 4-minute 3-point bender, throwing 5 triples into Chicago's face. Pow knocked down 2, while Gray, Howard, and Hillman each added their own to stretch the lead to 84-75 with 4:35 to play. Howard even had time to casually drain a wide-open corner 3, as Jordan Canada made it better with 2 free throws to make it 91-80 with 41 seconds left. And while both teams shot an identical 42% from the field, but the Dream clearly got the 3 is more than 2 memo, going 16 of 33 from deep. The Sky, they hit just 4 triples total. But despite the loss, the rotations and improved ball control gave a glimpse of what this team could be if they can just put it all together for 4 full quarters. How did the Chicago Sky's bench turn out to be a blessing in disguise? No doubt, the Sky fell short in back-to-back games, but their recent performance made a bit of a difference as they stood on the edge of a win. And it wasn't just the contribution from the starting lineup, as it was in their 2 wins against the Dallas Wings. This time, it was the bench, a solid bench contribution, that helped the Sky push through adversity. Well, it all came together as the head coach ended up applying Dawn Staley-like techniques and made some notable rotation changes, most significantly starting Rachel Banham in place of Kia Nurse. While Banham didn't light up the scoreboard, she brought steadiness to the point guard position and allowed Ariel Atkins to play off the ball, where she thrived with a 29-point performance. Rachel's a safe play in the sense that she does a good job taking care of the ball, Marsh explained. She's experienced. She's been in that position before. And yes, Banham wasn't the only one helping out. Elizabeth Williams also made a strong case for increased minutes. Coming off the bench, she contributed 16 points and helped slow down Atlanta's powerful frontcourt. So, it makes sense why Marsh praised Williams' ability to create angles inside and called her energy a big boost, showing how valuable her presence was on both ends of the floor. That's exactly how the bench added strength when the team needed it most. Angel Reese, dealing with a minor leg injury from Saturday, fought through the pain and grabbed a season-high 19 rebounds despite struggling from the field. So can we expect more of this? Well, it's too early to predict. Let's wait for the upcoming game against the LA Sparks.
What did you like from Elizabeth today?
I thought her energy was great. She was aggressive. She was able to create angles inside, and she gave us a big boost, big lift off the bench.
Do you have? I know there haven't been like a ton of close fourth quarter games that you guys have played, but in your mind, do you have a go-to player on offense or like a couple go-to players you feel like you want this person taking big shots, or is it more just kind of who has a hot hand then?
I think it depends. I think nights like tonight, you definitely want the ball in Ariel's hands, and she was able to create some good looks for herself and for others. Obviously, there's a lot of moments where Angel has the advantage as well, and she was able to get downhill and get into the paint a lot. And so, yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. You just got to find that balance for us.
In regards to the third quarters, we talked a lot about just some of the ups and downs that you had there this season. But what changed today? What you guys are about to have successful with that?
I think our effort was extremely good for 4. I think tonight, even though we came out on the short end, I think tonight was probably the most complete game that we've played all year, including the two wins against Dallas and the game against Connecticut. I was very proud of our effort tonight. Our communication was great on the defensive end. It was I'm just extremely proud of the effort tonight. But I think that in that third quarter, we were able to sustain runs. We had an answer for. We didn't get too down when Atlanta went on the run or anything like that, and I thought we did. We got to obviously protect the 3-point line better. It continues to be our Achilles heel. But I was proud of the way that we took care of the ball tonight, turnover-wise, offensively, and it was again just couldn't say more about our effort and our fight tonight.
I just have one question about the lineup. Adding Rachel into the lineup, it allowed Ariel to come off the ball more. What did you like from that? Just that look.
Yeah, I think that Rachel's a safe play in the sense that she does a good job taking care of the ball. She's experienced. She's been in that position before, and you're right. It does allow Ariel to be off the ball a little bit more and be a little bit more of a scorer from that regard. And so I like what we saw tonight. I thought Beck gave us some good minutes as well, and got good contributions off the bench as well. So, but yeah, particularly with Rachel in that starting lineup, I thought it gave us opportunity to see some different looks for Ariel.
Yeah, it's a good part. How nice was it to see what the offense looked like without?
Yeah, it's a bright spot for sure. It's one of the silver linings and that you take away from from a tough loss in a hard fought game, and my communication to the players was just that this is the type of effort and the type of fight and the type of grit that can carry us and should be a constant throughout and will keep us in games. And tonight I think Atlanta just got hot from three and again, and it's it is what they do, but I thought we did a better job of staying in action, staying in plays, and but they were just able to find the right spots at the right time tonight. So, but again, I think that all around, offensively and defensively, we had good efforts across the board today.
And then, was there anything in particular that Ariel to have this type of game? Like, I know this is the type of game that you guys kind of want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just getting back into her comfort zone of being off the ball, and she's been such a great team player in terms of being willing to do whatever is needed and asked of her in the moment. And tonight it was scoring and pushing her off the ball. I think just let her settle in a little bit more and feeling like she didn't have to set up the offense for everyone else and create for everyone else, because when she's aggressive as a scorer, that in turn is going to be able to put her in positions to facilitate, because she draws so much attention from a scoring standpoint. So
What was that with Brian?
Coach, just off ball movement wise, but the offense, just what you like that stuff.
Yeah, we weren't. There weren't too many possessions where we were stagnant, and so that was good to see. We were able to play off each other. We had more quick decisions today than in the last couple of games, and so that was good to see. And that we want that to be a continuance within our offense and how we want to play. And so I thought we did a decent job with that tonight.